day 96, it's Monday. The guys were in yesterday, but I was not. Let's have a little bit of a look at what's happened. I doubt there would have been a great deal, because obviously nothing's really changed since Friday, unfortunately. But today we are ready for the swimming pool, which has been holding absolutely everything up. So, the pool is prepared, it's ready. Apparently concrete is ready. It's been tested. So today at some stage in the morning, we should be having a concrete lorry turning up and pouring that goddamn slab. And once that's poured, as I keep on saying, everything else can go up. So all of the walls on this side here, right along here, all the way to the very front, they can all go up. The walls at the very far side over here, all the way along here can go up. This wall here can go up, that wall there can go up. Everything can go up, and more importantly, this can all come out. So at the moment we've left this in so the concrete lorry can reverse up, but once it's poured and it's gone off and we start blocking up, then all of this can come out and start being put into here. So all of the boxing, as you can see, it's not finished off obviously, but the boxing off at the top, the beams all the way around are boxed up. This is boxed up, this is boxed up. This will all be boxed up once it's built, obviously. This is boxed up, so they spent the weekend sort of pouring concrete down all of the bores and just trying to get prepared as much as they physically can. That steel on that roof is looking awful. I hope you're right, Mr. Fields. Thursday, at the moment, is going to be the day to do the pour for the main slab. So we've literally got a box all the way across here. We've got to get the beam sorted out. There's a beam that's going to go from here over to here. There's a column, maybe 1 or 2 columns are going to have to go in the middle here somewhere. Then all this will be platformed. Then all the rebar that's obviously like over there, that's all going to have to come straight across here, all the way along this period, all the way across here. All of that will have to be boarded out. That'll have to be done as well. That's going to be miles. That doesn't need to be done, so that the actual concrete will be poured on top of the mile. This will all be boarded out and rebarred. That will all be boarded out and rebarred. And then Thursday, all of that and all of this will be poured, which means we'll have one massive ground floor slab. That's been the goal for over 3 weeks now. So fingers crossed we can actually get it done. So that's the aim for today. It's also my daughter's first day at school, so that's what I'm off doing now. They're in the car. So fingers crossed, everything will come according to plan, and it'll all be off the back of the concrete guy turning up early to get that bloody concrete poured, because once that concrete's poured, then it can start going off, and once it's gone off, we can start doing the blocks. So fingers crossed they turn up early, because the earlier the better. So let's see how today goes. Hopefully this week will be a better week than last week, because last week was a bit of a write-off. So yeah, fingers crossed they turn up early and everything that needs to be done gets done. 12 o'clock just turned. I'm back to site. Thankfully seeing this, although a bit late. Should have been here first thing this morning. So hopefully we've got some pouring going on. Bloody better have anyway. Let's have a quick look. This is the thing we've been waiting on. It's been holding us up all this bloody time. They're already starting to dig out here because obviously they've got the pump in rather than the truck being reversed up. It looks like they've been a while because obviously they've already got the top piece done. So they're just over 3/4 of the way through by the looks of it, which is good news. Whole slab to do. That whole slab there, right over to here as well. We've got so much to do. But this is the first stage of being able to move forward. So fingers crossed we can finish this off today. It's clearly not be dry by the end of today, so it looks like it's going to be blocking tomorrow. Going off already, look, which is the reason why he's doing that. So this guy with like the one that looks at something out of Star Wars, he's the guy that sort of points where the tube goes, and believe it or not, you've actually got a man over there that's got a remote, so he remotes the actual pipe where Mr. Vader dictates it goes. But these boys are going to be bloody busy next week, that's for sure, once we actually get, well, the end of this week hopefully, once we get this poured up. So, on another note, obviously we finished plastering in here the second coats, and they've now been doing that here as well. So the scratch coat's going on the outside here. Finalised coats are all around all the others, so that's all good. As we said, there's nothing really can happen here at the moment till those walls are up. Mr. Bobcat's obviously been pulling out of here, which is great news. As you can see, we're right down to the foundation level now, which has obviously enabled us to put the slab down. That will enable us obviously to continue the footing all the way along here, dig that out, and then we've actually got the steps. The steps that upstairs will come out here all the way along, all the way across. That will enable us to dig those out and block those up. It'll also enable us to, we'll have to put the steels back in here. It looks like they've actually removed the steels there, so that was a mistake. We need those steels put back in again because the actual footing for the steps come out this way. And then they also need to do the same thing here because the garage is going to go all the way along. So they might have to put they'll be putting a finalised coat on these walls in here at some stage, but you'll see they've actually done one on the new wall that's been put in and poured. Good afternoon, mate, you're right. Other than that, scratch coat's been done on there. They'll finish off this scratch coat here. As you can see, the marl itself is peering over the top there, so it looks like they might have had a delivery of marl today. Otherwise the rest of this would be dug up. Hey, how are you? Yeah. Good. So never assume, but I would say that we probably had delivery of marl, and the actual Bobcat boy's been putting it all in there. I mean, we did actually have some marl over on the side, so maybe that's what he's been using. And he's been off all this week as well with a few stress-related issues, unfortunately. So, but he's back now, so he's had a whole week off. Yeah, guys, he's had a whole week off. So, from my point of view, it's good to see him back. It's good to see him doing some work. Talk of the devil. There he is. So he's now filling in some of this. So anyway, it's good to see some work going. My sanity needed it, that's for sure. And lots of money going out and not a great deal being taken place. So it's good to see all things actually working and moving on. 20 to 3. Let's have a look at the pool. It's been poured. It's a basic little job, but I feel like it's a massive part of the project because it's held us up for so bloody long. Orlando, how are you, buddy? Cool for now. I hope you're going to be cool full stop, not just for now. Let's have a look what we got up here. Okay, so there it is. Pain in the arse has been holding us up. So as you can see, they've concreted right over to the very edge, all the way around, even over to the infinity part at the front. So that is the infinity pool. That's where the glass above here will come off, the water will come off the top and pour into. So that will be built up at the outside and the inside to create that trough. And all the walls again will be built up around here. And then the boys over there in the blue can start getting that box in right across and start cracking on with that. So I've just talked to the engineer about how we're going to tackle that. This is going to be the stairs, so that again this will be built up to height, and then there'll be 6 foot's worth of stairs coming down here, 6 foot wide, and then from there this way will be that little sun shelf, foot's worth of sun shelf. So you'll be a foot in the water here, and then there'll be a straight off drop straight into the swimming pool level here. So, and then when they pour the slab will be poured across the top, and it'll be poured off the side into the swimming pool all the way along, back up that wall and back over again. So the slab, the patio slab and the pool become one. That obviously saves on cold joints, and it just means it just saves any form of gaps between the concrete to ensure that there is no leaks. Compared to what we're actually doing on the job itself, it's quite a minor part of the job. However, it's held up the bloody thing for over a week. So it's great that it's done now, which means we can now get stuck into the rest. So I'm now going to go and see the managing director. Make sure we've got a clear plan to try and get back on top of the week we've lost. So fingers crossed, we can get back on track. That's the aim anyway. So another day comes to an end. It's 4:30. Guys are packing up, shooting off. The slab itself has gone off very nicely. So these are the jets. We've basically got 6 jets. 3 down either side. So that's all down to 2 drains. Drain 1 and drain covered over here. They need to be dug out. And then this is the trough itself. So there'll be a block wall obviously built up to wherever the infinity glass is going to end up being on the inside and the outside. And then water will be pumped through into the actual pump room. So water will come off the edge straight into here, be pumped through into here. And then the gutter itself, there'll be a gutter that leads from here all the way around the pool, which for the overflow, and again that'll come down, go back into the overflow and be pumped back round again. So it's a reasonable sized pool, 40 foot. 40 foot by, I think it's 17 feet, I think it is. So when we're up here, this is pretty much what you're seeing. Seeing the seat. It's a real pain in the arse to be held up for the week that we had, but at least it's been done, so now it's clawback time. So I'll try and get back on track. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow, we got the excavator coming and start digging out the rest of this mile here to get it over into the basement, basically. And as you can see, obviously this is, as I showed earlier, this is what we're going to be doing across the whole thing. So we'll dig that right out, and then footings will be done here, right across. We'll dig the rest of that out as well. All the blocks got to be moved. This becomes another room downstairs. And then it's walls and ceiling. But that's it for today.